Hey folks, Stacy here. Stacy from StacyRobinSmith.com, and I am a dad in the burbs. Today, what we're going to do is make up a little Vitamix juice. I've had a Vitamix for I think 20 years now, and this is the big unit here. It's 20 years old. It's the Super 5000. You can see it there, and still works like a charm. But anyway, I saw on Instagram today somebody was making apple juice, and I thought, hey, I've got a little twist that I can do for that one. And so here we are. I'm gonna turn the camera around, and you can watch me hacking, chopping, and spinning, and slicing, and dicing, and making a Vitamix apple juice. Okay, hang tight. Coming right back at you. Hang on. Okay, seeing as we're making apple juice, the first thing I need to do is get an apple. And I've got these Royal, what is it, a Gala? And you don't have to with the Vitamix, but I choose to use my handy knife, and I cut the stem and the seeds out of it. From what I understand, you don't have to, but I grew up not eating apple seeds. Leave them out there for Johnny, you know, Johnny Appleseed. And then I get the apples, then I have that. So I'm gonna make a double batch of this, and so look at that, through the magic. I have 2 apples all diced and sliced up, and they're ready to go into the Vitamix. Okay, hang tight. Okay, so this is the Vitamix container. It's the, I don't know, just the container. And all I do is I drop in 1, 2, 3. You can leave them like that, or you can cut them again, whatever you want. It's a handy little knife. So my kids call it the handy knife. There you go. Apples in the thing. And then get rid of this cutting board. Put it over here on the workbench. And what you need is you need a little bit of liquid. And the lady on the channel that I was watching this morning used the water and ice, and I thought, hey, let's make apple ginger. And so I got a can of my ginger beer. So I'm just going to pour it into the measuring cup just to see how much, get a little bit of the carbonation out of it, so that it doesn't foam up too much. Okay, get rid of that. And then dump that in there. And then you can add a little bit of sweetener to it. You want to go light with the sweetener, but I don't have any honey here today. So what's the next best thing is a good old Canadian boy. Rather than a hockey game, you got Canadian organic maple syrup from good old Quebec. You don't want too much of it, so I've got the tablespoon thing here. So got a really good strong flavor. I love the flavor of this one. Put that in there. Get that out of the way. And then let's see. Got a lime. This is actually off the tree from the outside the house. There's no seeds evidently in there. And so I'm just gonna squeeze that into the container. How's that look? Yeah. Just a reminder, wash your hands before you're doing this. I always like to keep my hands clean. And you know, tidy, all good. That's it. So you can see there's a little bit of liquid in there, and the apples are floating. Get my handy knife out of the way. And then clip the top on. Little clippers just go like that, and on it goes. Okay, just about ready to blend it. So I've got the liquid and the apples and the little bit of maple syrup in there, a little half of a lemon, the juice of a half of a lemon. I've got that in the container, and these are, oops, I got some junk on there. Yuck. There's off, there's on. You always want to make sure I've got it on the lowest setting right down here. You don't want to have it up here and then you turn it on, because then it just goes up really fast. And it's on variable speed. So I'm going to flip it on. There's a fair bit of noise coming at you in a second here. That's one thing about Vitamixes, is that they don't hold back on the noise. Okay, coming at you. It's nice and slow. And now I'm going to turn up the, and then I just let it rip for a couple minutes here. You can see the red speck. You don't want to let it run too long, because the longer it runs, the warmer it gets. And I didn't have any ice cubes, so I'm going to shut it off. And you'll notice my hand, whenever I'm running the Vitamix, I keep my hand on top of the lid. Sure, it's got a good secure clip on there, but I always keep my hand on the top of it. Just good practice. Anyway, there it is. It's all blended up, and see, I just flipped it off. You want to make sure you turn it back to 0 and back to variable. That way, no surprises when you go to start it up again. Okay, take it off. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, does that ever smell good? Look at that. Okay, I'll pour it into a glass. Hang on. Let's see, what does it look like? Ooh, look at that. What do you think of that? Well, that looks good. I wonder what it tastes like. Hold on a second here. Okay. Let's see. That's good. That's really good. If I had a few ice cubes, quarter cup of ice cubes or something like that. Smooth. It's absolutely smooth. The ginger beer really adds a nice flavor to that apple. That maple syrup is not overpowering. Can't even taste it, but that's what good combination of ingredients do, is they build the flavor and you don't actually taste the individual flavors. Let's have another sip of that. That is spectacular. Wow. I like that. 2 apples, a can of ginger beer, a little shot of maple syrup, like what was that, half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. It's half of a lemon squeezed in here. What it could have used is a few ice cubes that would put a real chill on it, but it's spectacular. I'm loving it. Okay, folks, until next time, I'm Stacy, and I am a dad in the burbs drinking an apple juice ginger beer beverage. Cheers.